Tyra, I think your name is Latin for hateful. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Well, my lovelies, it's been a little while since I've actually sat down here and filmed an episode of something. I'm definitely feeling some type of way today. The energy is all over the place for me. Don't quite understand why that might be. Okay, so can we talk about the last episode of America's Next Top Model that we watched? There was such a discourse going on in the comments that I was quite surprised how many of you guys felt like compelled to share your opinion, because I absolutely love that in the comments. If there's anything that the comments should be used for, it's literally dissecting what we see in a video.
Luxeria explains comments. A visual piece. February 2022.
I do actually want to say that some of you guys disagreed with some of my opinions and agreed with some of them. To be honest, I completely do not mind if you disagree with me. I am here to just share my opinions on the internet. Do not feel in any way, shape or form that I am an authority on how everyone should feel about a certain situation. I'm only here to share how I feel and perhaps resonate with a few of you about the same things. So if you disagree with me, my loves, I'm not going to get upset, and feel free to share it in the comments, my lovelies. With that being said, with the last episode of America's Next Top Model, it did kind of leave me feeling a little bit icky, gross, bizarre after watching it, and Robin left. So, spoiler. Sorry, everyone. So, my lovelies, why don't we get on to watching the semi-final of America's Next Top Scandal Girls? That's right, my lovelies, we are here on episode 8, and there is only 9 episodes in the entirety of season 1. Or cycle 1, should I say. I think, as I've said nearly every one of these videos, I'm not entirely sure what to expect and how this is going to play out. I don't think we've had a runway challenge yet this cycle, have we? I'm not sure. I don't think we have we? No, I don't think. No, we've had, just lots of parties. So, my loves, without any further ado, let's pop in the hanger and let's watch America's Next Top Scandal Girls. What's gonna happen?
Now, only 3 girls remain. Shannon,
3!
the all-American virgin.
I've got what it takes.
Elyse, the high-fashion pre-med student. And Adrianne, the rock and roll tomboy.
Plus, I'm funny, I'm pretty, I got perfect teeth.
One of these girls will be America's Next Top Model.
Oh my god, and I bet back in the day everybody was like, oh,
America's Next Top Model Girls.
Why did they describe Shannon as the all-American virgin? That's such a strange criteria to judge a model on. Does her virginity have anything to do with modeling? I would hope not. Oh, cowbell. Scandal Girls. Oh my god, it's the Scandal Girls. She's gone home. She's gone home. Oh my god, she's gone home. It's the Scandal Girls. Tessa went home. Robin went home. Scandal Girls. Who will be America's Next Top Scandal Girls? Who? That's enough of that. Ooh. Look at that crane wiggling. Ooh. Nighttime in the city. Nighttime in the city.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, give me a rest, Lux. What's happening? Water at the window?
I miss Robin.
Are they all having a joke?
That was so funny.
I'm really happy Robin's gone. I'm gonna be able to do whatever I want and not get in trouble for it.
How do you like these apples, baby?
Oh, my goodness.
How do you like them?
Adrianne, Shannon, and myself living in the house, I think will be pretty pleasant. It'd be nice to see more of Shannon's.
I've got so much to talk about. What just happened to them? Okay, so aside from lesbianic breast activities,
I've never met a lesbian.
what was the shot of her on the rooftop with the Empire State Building in the background? Was that the Empire State? Let me have a go back and say, yeah. Is that the Empire State Building? I'm pretty sure that's the Empire State Building.
Stonehenge.
How strange that they just decided to have a confessional here, doing all this. Also, Adrianne has different hair here. When was this shot?
It'd be nice to see more of Shannon's true colors and see her let loose a little bit, which I don't think she did around Robin.
Yeah,
Stop,
she is.
girl.
Oh my goodness.
Put your moneymaker toward me.
My moneymaker.
I do miss Robin. She was sort of like my mother in the house, but I do feel comfortable with Elyse and Adrianne. They're fun, and at least now I can be more outgoing in a way, and I don't have to worry about being quiet all the time. Because in a way, I was like that a little bit, maybe when she was around.
Was Robin a bit of a domineering personality for Shannon, and she just felt a bit like,
I must be quiet and godly, girl.
Good heavens.
oh, wow, paid the editor well.
Final 3.
Top 3 girls.
And all those people that told me that I wasn't gonna make it to the end just couldn't like my balls because I'm still here.
Pick your
Yeah, I don't know what to
testicles.
think, you know what I mean? Because we're all like blonde hair, short hair, brown hair.
The 3 of us are here. I can't even speculate as to who's going to be eliminated. We'll just have to see what we have to do.
Hello.
Hey.
Y'all
Oh,
mine's
look.
already matching, like red
Denim and denim.
orange. So y'all, it's getting down to the wire.
Everybody's matching. Red and orange. The Dulux dog is quaking.
Disgusting.
What you guys are about to experience right now is the pinnacle of American fashion. You've already experienced the pinnacle of French fashion, which is haute couture. But New York Fashion Week is the top, the most amazing thing about American fashion. And we're gonna see if you guys have what it takes to be in a fashion show.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Runway.
have you meet Drew Linehan, who's a fashion show producer here in New York. And he's gonna tell you all about Fashion Week. Y'all ready?
How exciting! Curl the lashes, curl the lashes! In the car, immediately towards the fashion. The fashion is calling.
I'm Drew.
I'm Shannon.
Shannon, how are you?
Warehouse.
Elyse, nice to meet you. Adrianne, nice to meet you.
Did he pronounce
Producing.
her? Did he pronounce her name wrong? Let's have a listen.
I'm Shannon.
Shannon, how are you?
Janan.
Elyse, nice.
Did he say Janan then? It really sounded like he was like Janan.
Adrianne, nice to meet you. I produce and cast fashion shows during Fashion Week. It's a really, really important time for your career. When you go to these shows, you know, the people in the front row are the most important people in fashion. It is a group.
Except designers, which one could argue is the most important part of any fashion show, the designers. Designers are not allowed to sit in the front row of each other's runways in case they're like, I know how to make that. Oh, next year.
Write that down, yes. Write it down. Yes. Black sparkle, yes. Write it down. Handbags in the workroom. Yes, write it down.
At least that's how I used to always know Fashion Week. Maybe it's changed in the last few years, but I highly doubt it.
It is a grueling 3 weeks. Your hair is being ripped out, your feet are being shoved in shoes that don't fit. It's tough. When you go on a
Sounds horrible,
it's
doesn't
a
it?
job interview. You are trying to win the job from me. You have to, like, you know, work the client again.
When Drew was doing his big lecture, it was really boring and it was hard to pay attention and my eyes were glazing over.
One girl was sort of dozing off. You know what? You can't doze off. I mean, you're here to sell yourself. Make sure you say goodbye.
I mean, anyone looks like they're dozing off when you put them in slow motion and they blink. That's not really acceptable. If anything, here, look at this shot here. Oh, Adrianne and Shannon are actually both dozing off, but Elyse is like, yes, I'm paying attention, but all you've said is you're going to pull my hair out and put my feet into ugly shoes that don't fit. That's absolutely disgusting. Great. Really excited to do all that. I find this kind of editing very, very interesting because clearly every sort of like fashion person they've come across so far has said that like Elyse is haute couture, Elyse is like the one girl, she's the moment. And they're trying to edit her in a way of like, but she might not win. She might not win. She's probably not going to win. No, she won't win. No, she's dozing off. Naughty. Ignore that we put her in slow motion. Naughty. The only way in which it can make sense to me is that they think that Elyse is too strong out of these 3 to go against each other. So they're like trying to play down how strong she is as a competitor. That's what I think anyway.
You're to sell yourself. Make sure you say goodbye, thank you, and see you again. Nice meeting you all. Good luck with everything. Thank you.
Had fun.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So
Nice
say
meeting
see you again.
And I'll see you again.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, beat. It's like catching a Pokemon in Legends Arceus.
I just feel like throwing him around like a rag doll.
Oh, they're having such a like
What are we doing?
flourish of
Having our
love.
talk with Shannon.
Shannon, when a man and a woman love each other very much, like your father and I.
No! Do you want me to teach you self-defense move?
Sure.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, like he's jogging, he's trying to put his arm around me like this. I go like this. Wait, don't take
Your finger in my fingers.
I take my outside arm like this, and I'm like this. And I push
that
back.
hurts. That'd be like,
yeah, baby.
The more I get to know Shannon, the more I like her. I think she's really, really genuine.
And
What's
I really
snowing
enjoyed
behind her?
Our past couple of days together
Okay.
because my evil influence has brought out the worst in Shannon.
Stop!
I think I'm more myself now because I can at least be sort of silly at times.
Honestly, that's actually quite nice to see. It's nice to see Shannon come out of her shell. So this specific episode is kind of like the first in the dynasty of America's Next Top Model finals. And it's quite nice to see them having quite a like jovial friendship happening here, because in the later seasons, we know it gets incredibly cutthroat because everyone is like, I want to win, girls. And here it just seems like they're having fun in like their last couple of days shooting. And that is quite nice to see. It's almost like back when nobody really knew the gravitas of the brand of America's Next Top Model. So it's just kind of like they're taking it seriously, but it doesn't have the weight and the gravitas of subsequent seasons. Ooh, pillow fight.
You can't get me when I'm already down.
Goodness, a bit vicious. Vicious women.
The last couple of days we've had
Grand
some
Theft
free
Auto.
time, so we've been out in New York shopping around.
Oh my word, this is so cool. Oh my word.
I don't feel like I'm...
So these sections, oh, did you see that person running at the background there? Look, he's like,
Please, let me sell you something, girls.
So what I do find interesting about these specific sections that we don't see in later seasons, they don't just like let them out to go shopping and do their own shopping. Do you know what I mean? So here it feels so much more like casual. They're just in, I guess this is kind of reminds me of a little bit of like, if you've ever been to Camden, they have these like open front shops that is almost like going into a market, but it's just like open front. You just walk straight in, have a look at shoes and clothes, grab what you want, girls, and run away with it, thief. No, you pay the man nicely.
Thou shalt not pay retail.
What's happening today in the studio, girls?
Normally when you have three together, one feels like left out. And I don't at all. These two girls just make me feel right at home.
Shannon, come here, baby. I won't leave you out.
Thanks.
Oh, how rude, walking in as a line down the road. Right, here we go. Fashion. On the runway.
Oh my gosh, we have nail ladies.
Hand it to me and I will.
That didn't just magically appear
You
there.
have a fashion show casting tonight at 8 p.m. Have your hair and makeup done, be dressed, and in the heels by 7:30 p.m.
Why does she have like
You guys are
a
going to be doing
fake
a go
face?
seat with Baby Phat Fashions. You're going to have to take your personal
Ooh.
style and incorporate what Kimura calls the stomp.
When you show your runway walk at your audition.
So I'm going to show you what it is. All right, here's the stomp.
Just in this hallway? Okay. Well, I suppose.
Get to the end and you're like, pow.
about the size of a runway.
So, and just feel my stride and see my hip is kind of dropping.
Elyse could potentially rock the fashion world. She has such a high fashion editorial
See?
look. I mean,
What I
she
just
is
said.
perfect for high fashion.
See?
But I don't know if Elyse really wants this.
But I don't know.
Girls that are ambivalent are usually not successful.
Okay, so throw her in the bin.
She hates doing everything we do, yet she's the best at it.
Longer strides.
Shannon is
I mean, kind of an icon. Oh, I hate it, but I can just whip it out my own birthday girls. Absolutely ridiculous. So there's always someone, I don't know, in academia, there's always someone in your class that's like, I have no interest in doing all of this, but somehow just always comes out on top, just like A star, first class. And it's like, how are you doing this? What demon did you seduce to get this ability?
Shannon is all warm and fuzzy and all American. I mean, her smile is just like bing. In order for her to be successful and take it to the next level, she's gonna have to become more edgy, more interesting.
At times, I thought that Shannon would win the competition, but Shannon chose not to participate in the last photo shoot, and now I think that she's essentially eliminated herself from the competition.
Adrianne has come such a long way, and she really wants this, but she's still so rough around the edges, and she needs a lot of polishing.
What I like about Adrianne is that she doesn't care what others think of her. She's going to be who she is, no matter what.
I have no idea
true.
who's gonna win. Absolutely no idea, and I love that.
Gosh, what was drama, girls? Oh, the bridge in the twilight. I said the bridge in the twilight. Oh, here we are. Is this your confessional area now? Oh, here we go.
Today, we're gonna have a go and see for a casting call for a Baby Phat fashion show.
How are
But you already know the
Thanks for
judge.
Coming to the House of Baby Phat. I've
Okay.
been casting all day. I'm doing a fashion show, so you guys have to give it all you got, just like the other hundreds of girls we've been looking at. So I guess we're gonna take everything that we
She looks
have
so
done
different,
thus
not on the
far
judging
and
panel.
See what you guys got. Adrianne, please. Come in.
Oh.
Okay, so we start from here and turn around and walk down that way, and then walk back towards us.
Imagine if they were like, no, none of you. You're all fired.
Just turn
The music.
and come back.
Baby
Gout.
Phat, I didn't think I did a
Gout.
good job. I'm always told that I walk like a man.
It takes you about 5 minutes of warming up, and then you come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon.
I was more excited than nervous, actually.
Oh,
Probably
they're all
because
a little bit,
practice, you know,
like-
when you practice a little bit more, you get more confident in yourself.
I must admit, just like looking at people walking is such a strange concept because it's one of these things that like you can't put your finger on when you see like a good runway walk, but it does make you feel something when you watch it. So for example, in my spare time, I often on Instagram Reels, there's a lot of accounts that have like runway fashion walks, haute couture fashion, haute couture runway, and you can just see these like top supermodels walking, and there's just something so like, I want to buy what you're selling, girls. And it's such a strange thing that it's difficult to kind of exactly say what it is they're doing, because you could just be like, oh, they jiggle as they walk, but like that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is like powerful rhythmic walking, and to see people just in like, I don't know, jeans and a t-shirt trying to like rhythmically powerfully walk, it just doesn't translate. Do you know what I mean? So I am not envious of having to pick people out on their runway walk, but when somebody's got it, they've got it, girls.
Come together, girl. I ain't mad at you. Yeah. Oh, you pulling it together? Oh, you pulling it together? Okay.
Been practicing.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Hi. You start here and go all the way to the end and come all the way back like you did.
Ooh.
You guys will walk her better than me, honey, because it's been a long time. Are you nervous? Don't be nervous.
I'm a little nervous.
Oh my God, how long have we been together? You're nervous, girl. Relax.
They keep switching seats.
Because you walk like you have dirty
That's me.
napkins,
I always
so
have a
tissues,
cough.
Yeah.
It's not sexy.
You all did very well. I was very, very impressed. Bye. Thank you very much. You guys
So are
were
they
wonderful.
all?
Thanks.
Are they all walking, or did you pick one, or somebody won one, or what? Oh, it's the next day, girls.
We have mail.
Okay.
I love getting mail.
Who wants to read it? Elyse?
2 of you will continue on to become America's Next Top Model. 1 of you will be eliminated.
Goodbye, everybody.
Remember when it said 9 of you?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It says 2. I think I deserve it because I came a really long
music.
way since I came here. I've just tried to do my best every time we do anything.
When you give something like your best, you just give it your all, and you feel like you should be rewarded for that.
I don't think that it's acceptable to say that anyone deserves to win this competition. It's really not a basic human right to get a modeling contract.
That was an interesting take there from Elyse. Okay, I wonder what the producer asked you then for you, to prompt you by saying, I don't think it's a human right to win a modeling contract. Some of Elyse's answers throughout this whole competition have been so... I don't know. It's very difficult to tell whether she's actually feeling what she says or whether it's been prompted by a producer to say something that negative, because like she kind of delivers some of these lines with like a cheeky smile, and I'm like, she doesn't, does she really, like, I don't know, I can't read her. I don't know, like, what she's saying is like legitimately how she feels, or if it's very like storyline focused. Do you know what I mean? Let me know what you think about like Elyse's answers in here, because she comes across slightly unlikable, then really likable, and then they have this whole storyline about her eating habits, and then it's completely never mentioned again, and then they're like, she's the best high fashion thing we've ever seen, but she might not want it, so she's the worst high fashion thing we've ever seen. It makes no sense. Like Elyse's edit makes no sense.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, it looks like
Tonight is a
DFS
special
in the
elimination
90s.
because tonight there will only be 2 girls left standing.
Wait.
And those 2 girls will compete in a baby Phat fashion show.
Your performance in that fashion show will help determine
who will be America's Next Top Model. And as usual, we have our
That
panel
was
of
cut together.
crazy-ass judges.
Wait, but you
First,
haven't
we have
done
Janice
anything.
Dickinson. Janice is one of the world's first supermodels. We have Bo Quillian. Bo is a fashion editor.
I think Twiggy had something to say. But isn't it strange? So every time Janice says it, she's like, I am the first supermodel of the world, girls.
I was the world's first supermodel.
Whereas when Tyra says it, she's always like, one of the first supermodels. Like, what are we using as like class of like first supermodels? Because like, how many supermodels have there been? 100, should we say? One of the first supermodels could be like one in any amount of numbers that they're not counting. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's actually a thought that makes sense, but I'm sure you get what I mean, everybody. Boat.
Bo is a fashion editor at Marie Claire. We have Kimora Lee
Mary.
Simmons. Kimora is the creative director and owner of Baby Phat Fashions. And last but not least, we have a special judge, Drew Linehan. Drew is a fashion show casting director and a producer. We'll bring you in one by one for individual evaluations. And Elyse, you're first.
Scandal, girls.
Just show us, what you think you've learned in terms of posing.
Thank you.
So Elyse,
Just show us what you know, what you think you've learned due to posing. Like, oh, bad camera action. Clickety click. I've got gout. This is a very strange episode. I mean, nowadays, when you compare it to things like Drag Race, for example, is the one thing that I can think of off the top of my head. They have to do so much for one episode and not just go, oh, I've won the crown. Do you know what I mean? It's very strange.
Thank you.
So, Elyse, what drove you to this?
I tried out for this on just a total whim. They had the audition at this silly little place. It was right by my house, and like, you know, I thought it'd be fun.
What really have you learned? Where do you think you've progressed from where you started?
The first thing I learned was just to be confident and to stop thinking of myself as a nerd, to be a model inside. It was really hard for me to accept criticism like on a physical basis, you know, because I come from this like totally intellectual mental world.
Early on, you were like, being a top model is just strictly physical. You said that myself, Cindy Crawford, Heidi Klum, other top models, that the only reason why we were top models is that we were the best physically looking models in the world, and I disagreed with you.
I don't know, I don't think there's really a lot of merits that one can have outside of the physical, and I think I have those.
You don't think there's anything outside of the physical that makes a supermodel?
Oh, on the spot.
So, no.
How do you feel now?
I definitely, I still believe in estrogen features and, you know, all that stuff.
Let's break that down. What's that?
You've had a lot of estrogen in your development. It creates a certain sort of facial features, and that's a small jaw, wider set eyes, bigger lips, smaller ears, a smaller brow ridge.
So if you gave a male model estrogen.
Well, no, you'd have to do it. You'd have to do it when he was like an infant.
Wait, are you proposing that I should give my baby hormones, Elyse?
Don't do it. No, I don't think you should do it, but it would work.
So you think beauty is scientific and hormonal?
Absolutely beauty. What we consider beauty is hormonal and scientific. There is a ratio of the human face, and if you're subjected to the right amount of hormones at certain times in your developments, your face morphs into those features. What? This is a weird segment. I didn't quite expect this to be happening, girls. I do actually completely agree with Elyse here. It is part genetic and part personality. I think people like you because of your personality, but people are initially drawn to you before they know anything about you from the way that you look and the way that you present yourself, which is why the beauty industry is worth over $100 billion per year. But if Tyra here has the audacity to say, no, I don't think that's correct. Incorrect, girls.
I think a lot of physical beauty is.
Send Adrianne in, please.
It's Operation Adrian Storm.
I dig it.
All right, Adrianne, think about these last 8 weeks
she's got
and
quite a cool dress
what
on.
you've learned in terms of a photo shoot.
Oh, this bit's a bit weird and cringe.
Why do you want to be a model?
I love being the center of attention. It makes me, I can't say that.
What?
It makes me feel like God.
Well, it sort of is, isn't it?
You think you're ready to do a real fashion show? Like a big fashion show with the biggest models in the world in front of thousands of people?
With cutthroat models trying to knock you off the runway?
All of the most important editors and photographers.
In the front row.
I wouldn't be nervous at all with people. I'm really not. I mean,
In 4-inch stilettos.
No,
Try a 7-inch girl.
4-inch.
Cool.
I would just say one little thing. When you do the, you do your like goofy smile, like, hey, don't do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this one.
I like the goofy smile. It's cute.
I don't like... Why take away part of her personality? Like, surely you've invited her here and you've kept her along because you enjoy her personality. Don't do that goofy smile. Well, boat. I really hate it when people pick on things that they can't change. Like, if you smile in a very specific way and someone points that out to you, it's only going to give you a complex and never want you to smile again. Smiling is an individual thing. A goofy smile. Awful thing to say to someone. A smile is pure joy.
Real model.
Oh.
I'm trying. Guess what, Tyra? Her hair is slicked back.
First thing I saw.
A little
Looks
bun.
really pretty back. Thank you. Makes your neck very long.
I want you to work about 3 poses of your face.
Face. Visage.
Hey, it's Michelle Visage. Do you want gay
Oh.
Toothpaste companies out there, this is your girl.
All righty.
Can you name 3 photographers who shoot fashion spreads for Vogue magazine?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Somebody you've worked with.
Oh my gosh.
You have to know the industry. If you
3 photographers. Rankin DeMarchelier, Nick Knight. Like, it's so easy to do that. And I'm not even in the fashion industry anymore. That is such a strange thing to say. I'm really into fashion. I want to be a model. I know. I love the industry and yet know nothing about it. I said this before. I said this in the last video about something else completely different. Vague. That's too vague. What is it about fashion that you like? Is it food? food? Is it shoes? Is it menswear? Is it women's wear? Is it haute couture? Is it runway? Is it ready to wear? Like, what is it? What is it about that you love?
You have to know the industry if you want to be a top model.
I agree with Janice.
No, I don't.
You should know your real measurements and you should know your fake measurements.
What you say?
You know, there's the fake ones to give to the clients, and then there's the real ones when you're doing like the measurement. Okay, Shannon. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
Fake and real ones. Well, we love to see that in the industry.
Elyse came off like a big know-it-all today.
It could work for
What do you
her,
mean?
or it could work against her. Once she gets out there in the field, she'll find out real fast.
I love Elise's intelligence, but she comes off really edgy. Sometimes to be a top model, you need to be edgy and commercial.
Well, I'm not sure about superiority, but she really is obviously the most high fashion out of the group.
I'm just torn because the title of the show and what the meaning of the show is America's Next Top Model. America's Next Top Model is not just being a high fashion model.
They've
She's a
cut up
more
these
commercial
sentences.
model. She does Sports Illustrated, she does Victoria's Secret, Revlon ads.
Drew, I'm not sure she has the commitment. I mean, come on, she fell asleep while you were talking to her.
Oh.
And you didn't say that just then, so they panned to him and he was like... But he doesn't know what he was agreeing to. She's just overlaid that in a studio afterwards. Listen to the difference in pitch and tone and, like, the way that she speaks. Here, listen to this.
She does Sports Illustrated, she does Victoria's Secret,
Listen,
Revlon
deep.
ads.
Drew, I'm not sure she has the commitment.
Much higher.
I mean, come on, she fell asleep while you were talking to her.
Oh.
Those two are two completely different audio sound bites.
Adrianne is interesting to me because when she first walked into the semifinals in Los Angeles, she was not a looker.
She didn't walk, she hoofed.
I mean, look at that. I really admire her transformation.
The camera loves her, so
Wow, she looks very
I wouldn't
90s.
ever have any problems working with her.
I'm not so sure. She doesn't really sell me.
Adrianne's in.
Out.
I'm dying.
And you can't go
I
against
think
the
Shannon's
production
the
man,
one that
girl.
I can see being on the couch of Jay Leno or David Letterman.
No,
or...
not knowing the photographers is sort of not acceptable.
You know, I do think that the camera
I agree.
Loves her face.
loves her face.
You can take a commercial girl and make her more high fashion. I just don't know if it's possible to do that in a couple of days, because that's all we have left.
I hate these
cuts. They drive me crazy.
Ooh. Was that potentially a bit of humanism from Janet?
Incredibly hard
Okay, here we go.
to say goodbye to one of you tonight. We've all been together a very
music.
long time. We've been around the world and back again. There are 3 of you left. 3 beautiful young ladies standing
Why are
in
they
front
having
of
an
me, but
elimination
only
so
2 of you are
early?
still in the running to become America's next
Doesn't
top
make any
model.
sense.
How bad
I don't
do you
remember
want
this.
How bad do you want this, Adrianne?
Real damn bad, Tyra Banks. It's just been a long, strange trip, and if I win, hell yeah.
Shannon?
Words cannot express how bad I want this. I'm nervous and excited. I'm having the mindset that I really want to stay here. But then, like, when they're calling each other's names, you have to get yourself prepared because you don't want to be heartbroken if you are one of the girls to leave.
Elyse?
It's quite sensible.
At this point, I don't have any predictions as to who will be eliminated, but Shannon did tell me that Jesus told her that I would be staying here, so that makes me feel pretty comfortable.
Tonight's elimination will
Okay.
determine which 2 girls will vie for the title of
I
America's
actually
Next
don't know
Top
who's
Model
going.
at a final huge fashion show.
I
here
feel
in
like
New York
everyone
City.
said they love Elyse, but they're like, no, she can't.
Shannon.
Oh. Oh.
Shannon,
Oh.
if you want this bad, you have to study bad. You have to live and breathe this industry.
Oh my goodness. I know what's going to happen, girls.
Still in the running towards becoming America's Next Top Model.
Scandal. Oh, it's a scandal, girls. They're going to split up the ladies.
Will Elyse and Adrianne please step forward?
Oh. I already know who wins the whole season, so I know who's going to get through.
I didn't like going up against Elyse. I always told myself if Elyse and I
look
ever
at
went
those
up against
boots.
each other that she would be the one who would get chosen.
Adrianne is definitely my closest ally in the house, but I think that Adrianne is really expecting to win.
Adrianne, I know the panel has really stayed on top of you about your speech. Speech is so important, so work on that even more. Elyse, your look is really strong for the fashion world, for the hardcore, die-hard fashion world. But in order to be a more commercial model, a model that appeals to the masses of America, you gotta soften up your look a little bit, Elyse. I admire
Just
your
put a wig on.
intelligence. I think you are so smart. But one thing with that intelligence is it can intimidate people. And there's a way
That's their fault.
to use.
Are you intimidating people or are they intimidated by you? Very different things.
And there's a way to use that intelligence in a way that doesn't feel like you're maybe putting down other people or sounding derogatory.
So manipulation. Learn your manipulation, sis. Okay.
Adrianne, congratulations.
Gagaroony, girls. Rigatoni, gagatoni. Oh. Spaghetti. Oh.
You're still in the running towards becoming America's Next Top Model.
Buckaroo? Oh. I thought Elyse would be in the final.
And condescending in my speech and in my interactions with others, and I think she was right. I can't say that it feels
Humble
good to
queen.
be eliminated, but I also can't deny that there is a certain sense of relief that comes with it.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks to
Aw.
lose at anything, but the decision has been made for me, and I'll be a doctor, not a top model.
This is the real deal now.
This is it.
This is no joke. This is real.
No kidding.
They're going to be models,
Coming into
girls.
this world of modeling was the result of a bizarre chain of events that I can only describe as fluky in every sense of the word. So when I leave, I'll be gone forever.
What does that mean? Going to live in a cave in Minnesota? I don't know. Are there caves in Minnesota? Right, come on then. I guess time for fashion. But wait, hang on. Is this the final? This can't be the final. Is it the final? We've got a whole episode after this. What?
We need some help on her hair, I guess.
Oh, knew everything.
We're gonna be at a fashion show tomorrow. We're a little bit nervous.
I couldn't sleep last night. It was a weird mixture of overjoyedness and being upset. I would think I would go home up against Elyse just because she's a genius and I'm a high school dropout.
Is she getting a wet?
We are ready. Bye. Thank you so much.
Oh, Adrianne's hair looks so much better. So much more
Tonight
sleek.
we'll be having dinner at Bluefin. Please be ready at 7 p.m.
So immediately earlier, I clocked that they changed Adrianne's hair on the top of that rooftop with the Empire State Building in the background in that confessional, didn't I? So that was clearly filmed after this makeover section. So after she knew that Elyse had gone. Interesting. Continuity hoomst.
Please be ready at 7 p.m.
Oh, so many layers again.
Not even 20 minutes to get
Oh.
ready. Can I use this for 2 seconds?
No.
Come on, hair, work with me.
Much better hair. Much better hair. Oh.
I thought the girls would be really nervous the night before the Baby Phat fashion show, so I invited them to a swanky dinner with makeup maestro Jay Manuel and runway diva Jay Alexander.
Oh, the Jays.
Surprised. Seriously, Shannon. What's good? She's never had sushi before.
I love sushi, girls.
I just ate like it.
It's just that when you first came in and you saw the 10 girls, who
What
did
is
you
this
think would have been
hairstyle,
your
Tyra?
most competition?
When I saw Tessa leave, I was just like, oh my word.
So what was the toughest part of being in the penthouse?
Living with Katie the entire time.
Why do you hate Katie?
Katie did not like me, man.
Why not?
I felt like she thought I was really ghetto. And
Well,
Yeah.
well, we know who really expected to be one of the last two. Nicole.
Oh, Nicole.
She was really confident.
I think she's just very used to always getting her way.
And what about Ebony?
Ebony, you better
Oh,
work it, girl.
Ebony.
You better work it
I need some
out.
moisturizer. She's cool.
She told me I didn't understand her essence.
The essence. Even though Giselle could be annoying sometimes, when she wasn't, she was actually cool. When Kizzy left, I
But you were
felt
very
like
young
dog
still.
just because I liked her a lot.
Just
Aw.
had like this free personality. Like, really what lit her up was like going out to dancing or going out to eat. She just like totally
It's kind of like a
sparked that.
secret reunion.
But the one that I really honestly did not like was someone who I thought was very, very, very fake when I finally found out who they were, and that was Robin. She was awful to me at the end, as opposed to her who believes in God and stuff and actually acts like a decent human being.
Are you, is that
See
appropriate?
some walking, and I'm gonna do some doubles with Sean.
Is that appropriate to bring up at a dinner? I don't know. Oh, what? Is this a restaurant come nightclub? Oh, she's doing that twirly thing that she loves. happening? Is this like step up to the top model, girls?
All right, y'all. Let's do what the Sacramento Kings do. Okay, you gotta go. Your lives are gonna be changed forever tomorrow.
I suppose that's kind of like a sweet essence there, no?
Shoot, man, I'm stuck.
Am I softening?
I had so much food. I really admire that she doesn't care what anyone thinks of her. She's herself no matter what.
Adrianne.
That's it. That's it. Needs to go before tomorrow. That's a big whopper.
Pop it.
Salicylic acid, girls.
You want me to pop it for you?
No.
I swear
stop.
it'll go down.
Popping zits. Don't talk about popping zits.
Please.
She's really struggling with this hair. Is it really knotted?
Enjoyed
Oh no.
our past couple of days together. We're complete opposites, but at least she doesn't make me feel like shit for being who I am.
Oh, we bleeped
night,
that.
Shannon.
Okay.
Good night.
Oh, it's the big one, girls.
Fight to the death.
Is this the final? Am I accidentally watching the final and not knowing about it? No. Am I? Maybe I am.
You're here today to do a fitting.
I cannot tell you how different Kimora Lee Simmons looks off of the judges panel and like in real life settings. Like she looks completely different.
Show that's tonight, and it's a high runway, long runway, loud music, lots of people, politicians, musicians, rappers, rockers, everything. So, ready?
Yes.
Come on, go.
Yeah.
Ooh, a nice chunky bracelet.
These things look very full on you. I don't know about that. You're very thin. Huh?
Yeah.
Now I guess you have to do a little hair, a little makeup, and I'll see you back at the spot in a little while.
Ooh, Mercedes-Benz, girls. Oh, models and paparazzi, girls. Who's gonna be on the runway tonight?
I'm nervous, but I've gone so far. I've done so much
different
here,
separate cars?
and I want to trade this experience for anything in the world.
They arrived in separate cars?
It's very nerve-wracking. I'm so nervous. I have goosebumps right now. When we first arrived, we walked in and we had to like get a little passes around our neck, and that just makes you feel cool.
Like somebody who's important, girls.
The energy was very fast-paced, very hectic.
You got like people doing my makeup,
smoky
and it was
eye.
just like, fast, but I enjoyed it.
It has to be so fast. I don't think people realize just how fast makeup is done, like backstage in Fashion Week environments. Like it literally is just push a load of colors on your brush and kind of go, eyeshadow, the other one, do a bit of cheek highlight and off you go. Not even mascara, maybe a tiny little bit at the very, very, very base of the lashes just to give like a little bit of like emphasis. Like there's no time for like false eyelashes and like a full lipstick with line. No, it's all done like boom, 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 boom. Go! It's so intense, it's unreal. Which is probably why all these like fashion adjacent shows, such as Janice Dickinson's Modelling and Top Model and like the other ones that we've watched, have been so fast paced because they've based the show style off of Fashion Week rather than like actually organising a fashion shoot and like organising the photographer, going and getting the garments and etc.
Relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. So bad. I wanted to be yelling at you on the runway if you're doing it. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't like to be nervous. I want to bust my balls and get this. Before
she
we
looks
went on,
kinda
I
cool.
peered out in the big tent, which the show was held. It was awesome. There's a lot of people.
There's no retouching on the runway. There's no room for mistakes. Hopefully it was fierce. Hopefully it was perfect. And if it wasn't, the whole room and the whole world just saw you screw up.
Lovely. I think in this outfit today, I could be sitting right there in the front row being like, no, absolutely not. No, I don't think. Oh, is that an unsewn hem I see? Well, they could have swept the runway floor. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh.
Being on that stage,
I like
with
the
those
leather
lights,
strips.
It just like transformed me. Like
Is she
I was
selling
on
the
cloud
garment?
nine.
Maybe. What is this music? Am I going to get clocked for copyright? I quite like this hair. Oh. Jiggly.
It was really cool.
Oh, she looks
There's
kind of
so
fun.
much light in your face, you can't see an audience if you wanted to. I just saw shapes passing me. I was something fierce.
She looked down.
thought it was going to be a very clear-cut decision, but it's proved to be a little bit harder than that, and I think the outcome is going to be very surprising.
Oh! I don't know, like, how this is going to go. I mean, I know who wins, so, like... Bosoms. Oh! A gold toeless thigh-high boot. Oh, kind of like that. A bit matronly, though. I don't think I like these clothes.
I am at that fashion show thinking maybe this one will win, but I'm going to bed tonight like I don't know, and I really don't.
Oh. Wait! Surely they're not going to pick a winner now, are they? Are they? Oh my god! They might! There's like 10 minutes left!
The last judging process.
Are you scared?
Yeah. I am very, very nervous. I can't believe it's like finally the two. I'm trying to like really embed that in my brain.
I think this is the final.
If I don't win this, I'm not gonna like let it like end my life, but I'm busting my balls trying to win this thing.
Oh my god.
Good night, Shannon.
Good night.
Well, they both did lovely, yes. Very good.
Good luck, Miss Shannon.
I
Is
can't
this
really
it?
win. So it'd definitely be hard because, you know, we've gotten to know each other and stuff, but I would definitely rather win it than her.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous.
We've been living with each other for a long time, so it's gonna be hard in both aspects. You know, she's an opponent, yet she's a buddy. I think we both deserve it, but only one of us is gonna get it.
That's an interesting outfit. Ooh. No, is this... Are they going to reveal the winner now? Are they? Oh, I'm so confused! My goodness. Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
No, shush.
You all look absolutely
No,
stunning.
stop it!
So, you guys experienced your first big fashion show. You walked the catwalk for Baby Phat. The Baby Phat fashion show was your final test. Your life is going to change. We took into account both your performances last night, as well as all of your work in the
Oh my god,
past
this is the
7
final,
weeks,
girls!
in determining who will become America's next top model. The winner will receive a Revlon contract. A contract with one of the top modeling agencies in the world. Wilhelmina Models.
Wilhelmina, go!
And a fashion spread in Marie Claire.
Mary
now, I know
Claire.
you're used to us having a special guest judge every week. But this week, I've decided to only have us 4.
Family.
We've known you from day one. We know your ins and outs. We know your strengths and weaknesses, what you excel at, and what you still are having problems with.
That is quite a
We know
large
you.
necklace.
You both have experienced a lot of different types of photo shoots. And I have personally chosen what I think are your strongest pictures. And we'll start with Shannon.
Ooh! Oh yes, the serpents. Do you remember that?
That was a little freaky.
I love the look and the intent in Shannon's eyes. This to me is high fashion. You rock here.
Put more black on the eyes, then you'll be more high fashion.
I like this one because I thought it was great to see Shannon give some kind of sex appeal.
Bikini girls. Nobody's talking.
Well, I think
what
you
is
look a little
this?
thin in swimwear. You looking very apple pie to me. Is that one of my favorites?
Oh yes.
Whoa. With this
The
one, I was proud of you for bringing a little sexuality into Miss Clean Lady. Miss Innocent. She's not so innocent in that picture. All right, Adrianne, now here are
She's
your best
gaped.
shots.
Good heavens. Oh, here we go. Oh, I hated this. Don't use shine. Use make it matte,
Adrianne,
but
I
all
love
right.
this shot of you. I love the fact that you were so comfortable with that snake. I mean, even when it was kind of starting to strangle you, you were still like, it's kind of trying to kill me, but I'm gonna get my shot. And I love that. I love that you were so strong and
Little
confident
snakes.
with it.
I think they're so cute. Oh. Oh yes, the
I love this
hair.
picture. I wish that you hadn't put the foot in front of the leg. It features the foot, which makes it look larger than life, like a paddle, or you know, really big haunches. But your face rocks.
Thanks, Janice. Slap.
This I really loved. I thought you were well suited to this shooting.
Oh, the lighting.
Because you do have a kind of athletic build, and this really shows it. This
Boy,
is a
I'll
great
say.
setting.
I think that it's nice to see a sexy version of Tomboy You.
I also have to remember that in this point, weren't they like modeling the underwear? They were doing like a lingerie shoot in that photo shoot. And like in that picture that they've just shown, you couldn't see the lingerie that Adrianne was wearing. She was completely covered by that male model. So it's weird that they chose that as like the best picture because it doesn't fulfill the brief of what they wanted, does it? This show.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the diamonds! Not a single diamond, like the tiniest little diamond.
Diamonds! Like an ad. I think
Breast.
you look amazing and I admire your courage.
Mummy's got breasts.
Have yourself hanging out like that. But
Diamonds!
Wish we had one of Shannon's in that.
Yeah. Do you have any words? Anything to say?
I may
Yeah,
have
Shannon
not
didn't have
been
one.
perfect on everything, but I've tried to learn and try to get better with. I'm always ready to learn, and I can become that supermodel. I got it in me. So
They cut that sentence to bits.
I just want to say this has been one of the best experiences of my life. I found out I could be more than just a woman. I could be a sex machine in a lot of my pictures, and it's really, really cool because it really contrasts what I am at home. I'm really proud that I can be that woman.
You girls have grown leaps and bounds. It's just amazing. We're all so proud of you.
Okay, Shannon.
It's weird to see
Adrianne,
Janice without any
the
eyeshadow
judges will
on.
now deliberate. And I'll just let you know honestly.
Oh, right, okay.
I woke up this morning not knowing who I wanted. Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
But you can't pick, well, you can't realistically pick Shannon because she was like, no, I'm not doing anything naked, girls.
Let's deliberate.
I have to say that Shannon.
I didn't realize this was the
blew
final.
me away last night with her performance. Adrianne still walked down the runway like she had a broomstick shoved up her ass.
Shannon kicked Adrianne's butt. That smile that usually kills me. I didn't see it.
I'm going to take off, my negative remarks before about her not doing the nude shoot. Big deal. She morphed into a model.
It's interesting, Janice, because when I woke up this morning, I was like, Janice has made up a decision. I know she's gonna come in there and be gunning for Adrianne. So I'm looking at Janice like, wow, you changed your mind.
I'm going to be the voice of dissent. I liked Adrianne best last night. I felt like Adrianne had her own kind of a walk. I feel like Shannon was trying to do an imitation of a model.
Well,
whereas
Boat.
Adrianne was just kind of more herself, and I saw kind of more potential in Adrianne to develop like a very kind of strong walk that's very much her own.
I think
Okay.
as a beautiful
All right.
woman, I think that Adrianne is a more beautiful woman. Like when I'm looking at them today, Shannon looks really, really commercial. Fashion these days is so much edgier. It's not commercial. Yes, she will have.
They don't want beauty that's obvious.
Right.
I think she's reminiscent of Grace Kelly, if you want. She can sell
Grace
diamonds.
Kelly.
She's a princess.
So I hear
But she
everything
can't
you're
sell
saying,
diamonds.
and
She didn't
I
do the
agree,
shoot.
And I agree, but I just think that
Drama,
my
girls.
opinion is that Adrianne has more grit and more depth.
I think if you look at these two photographs, you can tell that Adrianne's lived a little bit more. There's something cooking behind Adrianne's eyes.
Who is going to be on that talk
panini?
show host late night couch? Shannon is going to go up there and blow them away and be able to talk and be eloquent, and Adrianne can be funny, but you're not going to be able to hear her. And I thought, okay, if we're doing spokesmodel, then I guess we have to just go back to Shannon.
What does Shannon really have to say? Wouldn't you be more interested in Adrianne's character?
Character, yes. How she sounds, no. This morning, I found a sheet of paper. It was a list of my 20 semifinalists in LA, and I had my notes for every girl.
Oh.
And I just went down and I saw Adrianne's name. I didn't have one comment about her. The only thing I had next to her name was a big fat N-O with an exclamation mark.
See? You never know.
And it is freaking me out that she is a finalist, and I'm stuck here like I don't know what the hell to do.
And just out of curiosity, what did you have next to Shannon?
Miss Apple Pie, very commercial, very sellable.
She was dope last night.
was dope last night.
I'm ready to make my decision.
Wow.
Me too.
All right, I guess we're watching the final, girls. Oh,
Would Adrianne
quickly.
and Shannon come in, please?
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? How's it gonna be done? Surely.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
Let me remind you what's at stake. A contract with Revlon, a fashion spread in Marie Claire magazine,
Marie Claire,
and
girl.
representation by top modeling agency Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina, girl.
The judges have
Right, come
reached
on.
a decision.
Oh, that's an interesting top.
One of you is about to be a star in a matter of minutes.
I can't believe this.
Your life is going to change.
I thought there was another episode. Oh no.
The winner's picture is hanging behind me.
Oh, what a reveal, girls. Quickly,
the clock
release the
stopped.
IKEA.
It will reveal who will be America's next top model.
Oh.
Adrianne, You have transformed like Cinderella.
Into a giant
When I looked
bumblebee.
at you in LA, in our semifinals, I was like, I don't even think she'll make it to the finals. Then you got here.
Oh, well, isn't there just egg on your tits, Tyra?
Second week, and you're standing here. Shannon, you had a look that all the judges thought was so commercial,
You
so
were like,
safe.
give her a
Some
chignon,
of us
a
said,
chignon girl.
boring look. But you
That's
walked
right.
that runway last night like a diva.
Come on,
You stole
girl.
that show. That show was yours. The decision is made.
Oh, alien abduction noises.
And America's Next Top Model
Oh!
is...
Adrianne, girls! Oh my goodness. Shock. Shook. Shook bang. A mukbang that's shocking.
I wasn't expecting to see my face up there at all.
I came here to win and I didn't, but also pleased because I made it this far. And a lot of girls would definitely want to be in my position and they're not.
You came second, sis. That's pretty impressive in this absolute, like, circus of reality TV. Oh, we saw behind the set then. Wow.
Give me one of these. Adrianne ended up prevailing because she has an edginess. She has a beauty that is undeniable and a personality that is so dynamic. Adrianne is now, and Adrianne is the future.
I don't know what to be. I feel I love Shannon Stickens.
I didn't vote for you. I'm proud of you, Adrianne.
Congratulations.
You were the biggest transformation, and you did it, girl.
Breathe.
No more waitressing and Juliet.
Screw serving ever again. I'm gonna have a good life now. My family's gonna have a good life now. A lot is going to change.
You can say that again,
so
sis.
much ass.
Oh, wow. Look at this graphic. Oh, PowerPoint is shaking, girls. 2003! Ah! That's it! That's it! America's Next Top Model 2003! What was the other episode? I've got another episode. What's that? What's the other episode? I'm going to have to do an investigation, girls. Well, my lovelies, I've pushed my laptop away. I'm going to take my hanger out there and just say, I didn't even realise that we were watching the grand final of America's Next Top Model Season 1. So I have the files, and there is another episode. There's episode 9 in Season 1, and I didn't think that this was the final. I'm so confused. So I'm going to have to, like, have a little sneak preview about what that episode is. Maybe it's a reunion, maybe it's a Where Are They Now or something.
It was a Cycle 1 recap episode.
But my goodness, that was kind of like a roller coaster. I did not expect Elyse to not make it into the top 2. It felt like they were really gunning for her, being like,
well, she's too intelligent, and the way she comes across too intelligently makes other people intimidated and upset.
And it's like, is that just like production, or is that like a legitimate feeling that everybody had? I'm a bit like spooked about what we've seen today, my lovelies. I didn't expect that. Didn't expect it. My goodness, the emotion there though on Adrianne's face at the very, very end, that like overwhelming, like, I've won. I don't think I've ever felt anything quite that intense in all of my life. So my goodness. I mean, back in 2003, I guess, congratulations, Adrianne. You won America's Next Top Model. You were America's Next Top Model, scandal girls. I was really surprised at how this episode played out because they didn't mention that it was the final at anywhere until literally like the last 7 minutes. Well, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen today in the comments box below, because I'm a bit speechless and a bit all emotional and stuff, and I do want to say that in a couple of weeks time I will be doing an America's Next Top Model Cycle 1 Where Are They Now, like what happened after Top Model Girls, in which I will be compiling the stories of all the models and what happened to them after the show. And then, my lovelies, a couple of weeks after that, it's time to start Cycle 2. Wow. And with that, my loves, I guess it's time for the patrons. You can see yourself scrolling past here on the screen. Yes, you can. And let me just actually say, there are so many patrons that have joined over the last month. I haven't been able to do this for a little while because I've been working on collaborations and future projects. So, my lovelies, I want to say a massive hello and welcome to Rachel Gatling, John Manson, Lay, Curvy Nonstop, Willowy Wings, Lily Gree, Ryan Burke, Gabriel Borisov, Mazel Morel, Erin Ritterlak, Adria Holland, and Morgan Morgan Delamore, my loves. Yes, welcome to the Patreon family, you gorgeous people. And I also have some gorgeous February birthdays to say. So I want to say, let's have a look. I want to say a marvelous happy birthday to M. Cry Nikki, whose birthday is on the 11th. And I want to also say a happy birthday to Caitlin Moore and her boyfriend Greg. Caitlin for the 23rd and Greg for the 27th. I hope you all have a gorgeous birthday, my lovelies. And today's Twitch shout out goes to Help Me, I'm dying. Thank you so much for following me over on Twitch, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Twitch shout out, make sure you follow me on Twitch. It is Luxeria Plays, and I stream 2 nights a week, Monday and Thursday. And at the moment, my loves, we are playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. So come over and join us. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Aloria, Stephanie Neatupski, Laura Ali, Dr. Dreamerella, Steph Utek, Orkos Emoji, Abigail Ash, Beebles32, Caitlin Coating, Shell Herman, Christina Kyle Girl, ContraPoints, Crafty Leaks, Danielle, Dr. A, Jevod, Elizabeth Stone, I Go Go You Bari, Jared Pavlovsky, Jen Martin, Jenny Hendricks, Caitlin Wright, Min Min DM, Moisten98, Mariah Sherman, Nixie Tricks, Paolo Rivera, Pink Caramel, Princess Lilium, Rachel V, Seabiscuit, Romano, Ryan Vita, Sexy Texy RN, Succubus Lena, Traverful, Tromo, Victoria Corella, Victoria Waldock, and Zaya Nazar. And with that, my lovelies, I'm going to leave it on the note of pay attention to the shows you're watching and know when it's the grand final. And with that, my lovelies, I will see you in the next video. Yeah.